we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, where the drums at?
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping this. They ain't try to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Somebody to hold me. Something done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. Taken at the 15, a short kick. line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Kayvon Thibodeaux. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Oh, we're ready.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Herb Smith Jr., 59 yards. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Commanders nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off 4 yards.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3. Game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And the tight end Ebron in motion. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. This is brought in by Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, report!
on the ground. This is Leonard Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Leonard Fournette, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Gibson again. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they've had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Washington on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Jump out! 26! Inside!
On first down, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll go. It's Gibson. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I am. I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a mass of bodies. But it feels like the head coach has said, my best runner over my best blocker. Give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. Seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Woods from 3 yards out. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make our score 14-7. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old smoke.
He's got a man, complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And some room to work. There he goes left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Leonard Fournette, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 31, Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Well, these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Jackson on first down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. A front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. it didn't exist.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Jackson now. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Over.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On play action, Rodgers buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incomplete.
And now here is another interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, third and long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Leonard Fournette with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles just continue to roll. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick-6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now, these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing is Rodgers. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That'll give him 8 that time, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And Jackson going to hold on to it again. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
somebody to hold me. Some done woke up in me. I've been going crazy. I've been doing my thing. They not ready for me. Y'all been playing with me. No time for the silly games, 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 games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating. But I gotta be great. That's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Hold me, they cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement, and this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action, cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great? What happened to being fashionably late? What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spin flows? Been wearing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We could take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode. You gon' need someone to hold me. They cannot hold me, yeah. Slowly, ain't no more taking it slowly, yeah. Holy, you're dealing with something that's holy, yeah. Hold me, I need somebody to hold me. Nothing's for certain, but this I know. Life is but moments that come and go. Tomorrow may never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone. This life is a path to infinity.